When you think Dodgers Giants, you think Willie Mays, you think Gil Hodges, and of course, you think Father Guido Sarducci, who is joining us in the booth unbelievably right now. This is, Father, a distinct honor to have you here.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Nice to be here. We
Beautiful
actually,
day.
I don't know what we did with it. We actually had some wax paper to present to you for the find of the Portuguese water dog into the pizza contest. It has been misplaced, but we do have Portuguese water dogs.
They're out there.
And they are going to be retrieving home runs.
We hope. You know, those dogs also have been trained to wait. You know, wait is the hardest part. They've only been 4 all season into the water, you know, so you have to wait.
Well, Kirk Reeder, not exactly a likely candidate, loops one into right, coming within a couple of 100 feet of the home run retrieving Portuguese water dogs.
Yeah.
Now, these guys look like they're ready to go, Father. They have been warming up. This was
They've been
practicing
for months, you know. Look, there goes. See, it wasn't very far, but look, he got it to. You know, the dogs also, they've been trained not to bite the ball, you know, and that's a big thing. Because a lot of them, you come back, you don't want to touch it.
They have a longer spring training, I heard, than most of the players do. These guys have to train a long time.
They do, because well, they have web feet, though, that help them.
Well, Rio is really the home run retrieving Portuguese water dog we'd like to pass in on today. Kevin, would you scout him?
Yeah, well, he likes to work on land and water. You see that he's a strong swimmer, which you have to be.
Right.
No longer a pup, 5 years old. So, Father, how old is he now? 5 years old?
85 times 7. I don't know my calculator, but it's in the 90s, 80, 90,
yeah,
something like that.
Wow, and he's still moving strong.
He's really strong.
Perched and ready. These guys are anticipating.
Right. See, right. He's just waiting. He's great. He has such a patience.
Can he see, Father?
He can see very good.
I mean, it's a lot of hair. It's kind of the...
Well, it's clipped around. You can't see. Yeah, he could see through it. It's combed like that.
Wish I had players when I was managing ready like that. These guys are ready to play.
These dogs, you know, in Portugal, they would swim out and make a fish go into the net. They're like sheep dogs for fish, and they lay nets. They're change buoys. If the ball game gets real slow, they're going to move buoys
messages
around.
Didn't they send messages too? They would take messages from ship to ship.
Right.
Back.
Right.
Yeah.
This ball's drifting out of play. Still 2-2 to Calvin Murray.
We hope to have it down the line a doggy cam, to have a cam right under their head, so you can cut to it and see the ball.
I can see that happening. Absolutely.
Right. You see the ball waiting.
It's like catcher's cam. Absolutely.
Now, I want to ask you, Father, I've been told by Giants president Larry Baer that this idea was originally, I mean, it was received in the spirit that they thought it was intended. They laughed. I mean, they heard that you might be doing this. Here's another potential double play. It ends up a fielder's choice, 6-4. If I can tell the story, your alter ego, I'm sure some people know, Citizen Laszlo Toth made quite a career out of sending prank letters to big corporations, and the Giants received a letter from you and figured, boy, we're honored to be in on a joke. And they said, hey, let's make 50 copies of this letter. We'll pass it around and have a good laugh. You were serious, though.
Right, and then they thought about it. Then they said, it's a really good idea. And they said they could become, you know, famous dogs. And they said, let's talk on land. And we set up a meeting, and it's been 4 years in the making. And, you know, trying out dogs and looking for different breeds and that. And finding some volunteers and that. Pets in need, you could adopt them. That's what they do, you know.
Larry Baer did say it took longer to prepare the water dogs than it did to build his ballpark, which took 28 months.
That's right.
So
that's right.
There is the Svengali of the day. That's Larry Baer.
Right, there is.
And Peter McGowan, they say, you know, they sit in these meetings going over multi-million-dollar ideas, and vice presidents are saying, yeah, but what about the dogs? When are they going to be ready? So, Father, congratulations.
Thank you. You know what we do? We combined America's favorite pastime with man's best friend. That's what we did here. You know, it's like an interspecies marriage.
And again, the dogs are ready.
See, also for baseball, we created a new position, you know, deep right field. So, not taken away from anybody, you know, it's another position.
That's like that rover in softball. They have an extra outfielder out there.
But you don't have a rover. You've got Rio. You've got. Promise me that sit on the Portuguese water dogs for, I don't know, an inning
until a home run.
Right.
Then Father would be running back to our booth.